If you are planning a trip to Goa, or if you want to know how much money do you need for a trip to Goa, then this video is for you. Because in this video I'm going to explain everything you need to know about Goa, including the nightlife and the best parties in Goa. So stay tuned and subscribe to Limitless Nomad. So let's start with places to visit in Goa. There are 5 places in Goa which are absolutely beautiful and worth visiting. The first one is Arambol and Arambol Beach, which is also known as the Russian beach because a lot of Russians live there. The next one is Vagator and Anjuna, which is famous for its Chapura Fort, Little Vagator Beach and the hilltop for its parties. The next one is Candolim, which is famous for its Cinquerim Fort, Candolim Beach and the Aguada Fort. The fourth one on the list is Panjim, the capital city of Goa. The city is absolutely beautiful. There is an area called the Fontanas. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but it's absolutely beautiful to explore. So yes, Panjim, the capital city of Goa, is a must visit place. And finally, the last one is South Goa, which is famous for its Agonda Beach and Palolem Beach. Okay, I have not included Kalangut Beach and Baga Beach because in December it's really crowded and some of the parties in Kalangut and Baga are very expensive. I will talk about the nightlife and the parties, also the free entry parties later in this video. But first, let's talk about how many days do you need to explore Goa. You will need around 7 to 8 days to properly explore Goa, including North Goa and South Goa. So you can spend 5 days in North Goa and 2 days in South Goa. But if you only have 3 to 4 days and if you want to party, then I would recommend you to stick to North Goa. Okay, now the next topic is how to reach Goa. The best way to reach Goa is by using a train so that you can start your journey from North Goa, then go to South Goa by using a train. There is a railway station in North Goa called Thivim Station, and a taxi from this railway station will cost you 600 rupees to get to Vagator or Anjuna. But you can also get a public bus from this railway station to the Madgaon bus station, which is the main bus stop in North Goa. And from Madgaon bus station you can take a bus to anywhere in Goa. If you are coming from North India, then I would recommend you to come by flight. The problem with coming here by flight is that the Dabolim airport is 40 kilometers away from North Goa. And a taxi from this airport to North Goa will cost you 1600 rupees and 2000 rupees during night time. And there are only 4 buses during the day from the airport to Kalangut, which is in North Goa. There is also an option to use the normal public buses, but you will have to change 4 buses and you can get from the airport to North Goa in only 100 rupees. Okay, the next part is which beach is the most beautiful beach in Goa. I have been to almost all the beaches in Goa and I have to say, hands down, the Agonda beach, which is in South Goa, is the most beautiful beach in Goa. So if you only want to explore the best beach in Goa, then directly go to Agonda beach. But if you can't go to South Goa, the most beautiful beach in North Goa is Ashwim beach, and I would also recommend the Candolim beach in North Goa. Okay, so the next part is Goa safe to travel and explore? Yes, Goa is absolutely safe. I have stayed in Goa for almost 8 months and from my experience I can say that yes, Goa is safe, but there are a few things you should and should not do when in Goa. The first thing you should not do in Goa is that do not get drunk and go for a swim in the ocean. This is the most common way to die in Goa. So don't be stupid and be responsible. The second thing is, if you are planning to do drugs, do it with the people you trust and the people who will take care of you if you can't handle yourself. The third thing is, do not drink and drive because the roads in Goa are absolutely narrow and it's very easy to get into an accident. Apart from this, yes, Goa is totally safe. Even if you are a solo traveler, I would recommend you to come here. Okay, so the next part is how much money do you need to explore Goa? This is the most important part in this video because if you know what to do and where to go in Goa, then you don't need a lot of money. First, let's talk about accommodation. The cost of hotels and hostels depends on the off-season and peak season. And during the last 10 days of December, a hotel room or hostel will cost you 5 to 10 times more than normal. That is why I would not recommend you to come here during the last 10 days of December. Apart from that, the rest of the time you can get very cheap accommodation. If you are a solo traveler, then you can get a hostel as low as 200 rupees and as high as 800 rupees per night for one person. If you want to get a hotel room, then you can get it for as low as 1000 rupees to 3000 rupees per night for 2 people. If you are traveling with your family or if you are a group of 4 or 5 people, then you can get an entire apartment for just 3000 to 5000 rupees on Airbnb. Booking an entire apartment through Airbnb is the best option if you are traveling with your family. And finally, I would recommend you to use MakeMyTrip, Booking.com or Airbnb to book your accommodation. But before you book your accommodation, please do read the reviews because reviews will tell you how good the hostel or hotel really is. And also before booking, make sure you book a hotel near the beach because you don't have to hire a taxi or rent a bike to get to the beach. Okay, so the next cost is for food. For food, you will need around 250 to 300 rupees per day. Eating out is a little bit expensive because street food is very hard to find in Goa. Okay, the next cost is for alcohol. The cost of alcohol is super low in Goa, and yes, you can get a pint of beer in the supermarket for only 40 rupees, but the same pint of beer in a beach shack or a bar will cost you 100 rupees. So if you are on a tight budget, you can just get your beer from the supermarket and then go to the beach. But please do not throw your bottles or can of beer on the beach. Okay, so the next part is how much money do you need to party in Goa? There are many different types of parties and events which happen in Goa. First, there is live music, which is usually free or will cost you anywhere between 100 rupees to 200 rupees to enter. The next is the rave parties which happen in Goa. This is where they play psychedelic music. The most famous place for this is the Hilltop, which is in Vagator. The entry fee to Hilltop is 500 rupees, but sometimes you can enter for free if you go at 12 o'clock in the morning. Please note that Hilltop is a day party which starts from 12 in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evening. But if you are looking for a proper rave party, then Hilltop is the place to go. And there are many free entry clubs in Goa, such as the Soro, which is my favorite place to go. And there is also a party in Riva Beach Resort, which is a reggae music party, which is also my favorite, and it will only cost you 200 rupees to enter. So if you are in Goa on a Sunday, then definitely check out the Riva Beach Resort party. And also there are many parties which happen in Goa, so if you want to know more, please comment below, or you can also download the Party Hunt app, which will tell you about the parties and the entry fee which are happening in Goa. Okay, now a very important issue. There are some parties which happen in Goa which will cost you around 4,000 to 6,000 rupees to enter. I won't call it a tourist trap, but this is definitely not worth it, so I would not recommend you to go to such parties. And the next cost is renting a scooter or a car. For a scooter like Activa, you will need 300 rupees per day, and for a car, you will need 1600 rupees. You can also rent a Thar or a Jeep for 2500 rupees per day. But whichever car or bike you choose, please test drive it before you rent it. Okay, the next section is the must try food in Goa. Okay, after staying 8 months in Goa, these are my favorite places to eat, and these places are absolutely budget friendly. Goa is really famous for the fish thalis, and the best place to have a fish thali is the Vinayak Family Restaurant, which is in North Goa. The fish thali here will cost you 125 rupees, and it's absolutely delicious and a must try when in Goa. The next place is called Dosa Hub, and the masala dosa here is my favorite, and it will only cost you 70 rupees. The next one is the best biryani I have ever had in India. It's called Bawarchi Biryani, and it's not really a restaurant, it's like a street food restaurant, and it will only cost you 100 rupees to have the chicken biryani here. And finally, the last part is things you should know before coming to Goa. The biggest issue in Goa is the cost of taxis here. So I would recommend you to reach Goa during the day so that you can use the public buses to get to your destination. The next one is during the last 10 days of December, everything is expensive. So if you are on a budget, then I would not recommend you to come here during the last 10 days of December. Okay, so the next part is best time to visit Goa. You can visit Goa anytime you can, but the best time to visit is during the months of October, November, January and February. The difference between peak season and off season is that many events, night markets, clubs and beach shacks are closed during the off season. So if you are coming to Goa only for the parties, then I would not recommend to come here during the summer or the rainy season. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you want to know anything more, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. And in return for all this information, the only thing I ask is please subscribe to the channel and like this video, because it really does help me if you like the video.